Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today's video is different and that is because finally I present you a finished lacy crochet white thread garment. Until now I have been sharing motifs and stitches and many of you have been asking if I'm going to share with you finished garments, items, and yes, finally here is the first one. I think it looks very elegant, very sophisticated, and every one of you, with the help of my tutorial, will be able to make it. So let's start with the construction. The front and the back are identical, and you can see that the overall shape of the top is like a hexagon, except that these two sides are longer than the rest of the sides. I crocheted my top in size small, so on the top over here I have 5 motifs on the front and 5 motifs on the back. But then on this side there are 4 motifs, 4 motifs. At the bottom there are 5 motifs, and then here again 4 and 4. For each consecutive size you would have to add one more motif on the side over here to make the top wider, and if you wish to make it longer you can add another row of motifs down here at the bottom. Now let me show you where I did the joining of the motifs for the side seams. So in the first round the motifs are joined over here, only in the first round. After the first round they are not joined on the sides, creating arm openings, and then again they are joined over here just in 2 places, and the same thing on this side, on the top in the first round, and then only in 2 places on the sides. To create this neckline, what I did over here is I connected the tips of the motifs with chains first. Over here I did 20 chains, 20 chains, 20 chains. On the side over here this was 15 chains and 15 chains, and then again 20, 20, 20, 20, and over here 15 and 15. And then I crocheted a round of single crochets into each chain, so 20 single crochets here, 20 single crochets here, and so on. And over here it's 15 and 15, and on this side also 15 and 15. And after that was done, I also made a round of single crochets all the way around the perimeter over here. I think that's about it, about the construction of this lacy piece. It was quite enjoyable and easy to crochet, but if you do have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. And now I will be moving on to the symbol chart and video instructions for the motifs. Here is the symbol chart. There are 5 rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Round 1 and round 2 start with 1 chain and they end with a slip stitch. They are joined with a slip stitch. Now in round 3, before starting round 3, you will need to slip stitch into the first chain 3 space over here. Then you make 1 chain and you start the round, but you end this round with 2 chains and a double crochet which is worked into the first single crochet. So this replaces a chain 5 loop. Then round 4 starts with 1 chain and a single crochet, and this is round 4, and it also ends with 2 chains and a double crochet into that first single crochet. So again this replaces chain 5 loop. Then the last round, round number 5, starts with 1 chain and a single crochet, and then these petals are worked, and at the end there is a slip stitch to join the round. And these dark arrows over here indicate where the motifs are to be joined. I start with 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with a slip stitch I make a ring. Now I will be crocheting into the ring, and I will crochet over this thread tail so it gets hidden under the stitches. First 1 chain, and now into the ring I make 12 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet, and now I can simply cut off this thread tail. Next round 1 chain, and into the same stitch where I joined I work a single crochet. Now 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the next single crochet I work a single crochet. Again 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the next single crochet a single crochet. And that's how I'm going to work this entire round. 3 chains and a single crochet, 3 chains and a single crochet. And after the last 3 chains I make a slip stitch into the first single crochet, and in this round I have 12 chain 3 loops. To start the next round I make a slip stitch into the next chain 3 loop, then 1 chain, and into the same chain 3 loop I make a single crochet. Next 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the next chain 3 space a single crochet. Again 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the next chain 3 loop a single crochet, and so on. But at the end of the round, the very last loop is gonna be worked differently. Instead of making 5 chains, I make 2 chains, and then into the first single crochet I make a double crochet. Now this is gonna count as chain 5 loop as well, but this brings the thread and the hook into the position for the next round. I start the next round with 1 chain, and into this same loop a single crochet. Next 9 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and into the next chain 5 space a single crochet. Now 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the next chain 5 space a single crochet. And now I'm going to alternate making chain 9 loop, then chain 5 loop. So now I make 9 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and into the next chain 5 space a single crochet. And now I make 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a single crochet. And that's how I'm gonna continue crocheting this round, alternating 9 chains, 5 chains, 9 chains, 5 chains. Now the very last loop needs to be a chain 5 loop, but I will do the same thing as in the previous row. I make 2 chains, and into the first single crochet I work a double crochet. And this substitutes chain 5 loop and brings the thread and the hook into the position for the next round. Now the next round, the last one, I start with 1 chain, and into the same space I make a single crochet. Next I will be working into this chain 9 space, and first I work 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the same chain 9 space 7 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Into the next chain 5 space I make a single crochet, and now into the next chain 9 space I will work the same thing as here, 7 double crochets, 4 chains and 7 double crochets. Okay, so here I work those stitches, and into the next chain 5 space again a single crochet, and that's how I'm going to continue crocheting this entire round. And at the end I simply join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet, and now I can fasten off and hide the thread. Now I'm going to show you how to join the motifs together. They are joined in the 5th round, and they are joined at these tips right here. So for the last round I start as before, 1 chain and a single crochet, and then into the next chain 9 loop I work 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next I'm supposed to make 4 chains, but I make only 2. 1, 2, and I pass these 2 chains through the chain 4 loop over here, just like this. And now I make 2 more chains, 1, 2, and I go back to finishing this petal. So I make 7 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and into the next chain 5 space a single crochet. So these 2 petals of these 2 motifs are already joined. Next I'm doing the same thing. Into the next chain 9 loop I work 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, again 2 chains, 1, 2, and I pass them through the chain 4 loop over here, like this, then 2 chains, 1, 2, and back to the second motif, finishing that petal. I make 7 double crochets, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and into the next chain 5 space a single crochet. So let's take a look. This is how it's joined, and now I'm going to finish this motif the same way as before, and this is how the entire joining of the motifs happens. So they are joined on 2 sides with each motif.